What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to the Ghouls Gaming and Tech channel. We are back like we never left. I had to take like a week off, just a little week. I had to recharge my battery, okay, because we were going back to back. We had to calm down a little bit, okay, but we are back like we never left, and this video is no different. We have another case for the Galaxy S24 Ultra. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen this case, or at least this brand, around on the internet. You can't escape it almost.
We got iPhone 14 in a mouse case. Here we go. And as usual, real good.
But anyway, as usual, we have Spider-Man in the building. He is our official timekeeper. As you guys know, he keeps these videos short and sweet. We try to get you guys from point A to point B as quick as possible without wasting you guys' time. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button by the end of the video if you enjoy this content. And if you're new or returning, make sure to hit that like button. It's the best way that I and YouTube knows you guys enjoy this kind of content. So, because I know you guys seen the videos on the internet. Hey, this is the iPhone 14 Pro Max and this is a mouse case. And then they throw it up into the freaking sky and then let it drop. And then they pick up the phone and they don't really show you a up close, view of it. But it's basically saying, hey, the phone is protected, no scratches, no breaks, no dings, no any of that. And they've done it with the Galaxy S24 Ultra as well, but I wanted to see how well that actually holds up. No, I'm not throwing my phone 100 feet into the freaking air and letting it drop. And also, this is one of their slimmer cases, so we're definitely not doing that. But again, I'm going to use this case, or I did use this case, as a normal case. Didn't treat it any special because it was a thinner case. First thing we're going to get to is the price. Now, where you can find this, you can find it many places, but if you've been watching my channel, you know I usually get my stuff off of Amazon. The link will be in the description below. This is $44.99, and this is the black version. Now, is this worth that price? Heck no, that is way too much for this simple case. Yeah, it does have some things, then we're gonna go over them a little bit later, but is this worth almost $50 for a case? Not even close. This case should be around $30 max, maybe $35, maybe, and that's a little bit pushing it. This case isn't anything great. Like it doesn't have individual cutouts for the camera modules. It doesn't have a kickstand. It's some other things it's missing, but almost 50 bucks. Nah, I'm not buying it. But anyways, as far as the cutouts and the button, so let's go around this case right here. If you look on this side, you see there are no cutouts on this side. You have a huge cutout for your camera module right here and your flash as well. You have these little cutouts. They're like little divots. I don't know what to call them, but they're at the top of the case, and you have some at the bottom of the case. I'm not sure if this is to help you put it on and take it off easier or to grip it easier. I'm not sure, but it is what it is. And yes, I know you see the fingerprints. We're going to talk about that as well. So your cutouts and your buttons, you have cutouts for your power/Bixby button, your control up and down rockers right here. Like I said, the camera module on the back. You have cutouts for your microphone/speakers right here, and the same thing on the bottom. You have your charging port cutout, expanded storage, and your S Pen cutout. And you also have a MagSafe ring right here, which is definitely a plus, I will say. And then you have mouse branding right here on the back. So no buttons, just cutouts. Next thing we're going to get to is the feel and the grip. I can't not talk about the feel and the grip without addressing, as you can see, smudges all over this thing. For those of you who are wondering how grippy the case is, I don't think it's because of the case. I think it's because of the phone itself. But when you put the phone into the case, it doesn't feel too bad, but I will say, beware at least of this case in particular. It's going to feel slippery. Now this is like a hard plastic, almost kind of feels like silicone, and as you can see by all of my fingerprints here, it is a fingerprint magnet. You're gonna have constant smudges on here. You're gonna have to wipe it off plenty of times, so don't be alarmed if you see it. That is an effect of this case. Good or bad, however you look at it, I look at it as bad. I don't want to see all my fingerprints on this case. It's like a matte finish. These fingerprints is like a mood killer for me, I must say. It does feel very thin, like these sides and the top, it feels very thin. But with that being said, it's a firm, slim, but slippery kind of feeling case, if that makes any sense. You got like some type of leather or vegan leather inside right here. This is the grippiest part of the case, is the inside, and maybe that's just to keep it from scratching on the back. Now for the fit and protection, we cannot talk about this without putting the case on. So let's put this on really quick and see how well everything fits into place. And as you can see, you have this large cutout for your camera modules and flash. You shouldn't have any issues here because it's not individual cutouts for each one. So obviously that fits well. I wish it was covering each one individually, but hey, it is what it is. Beggars can't be choosers. As far as your microphones or speakers up here, those are cut out pretty precisely. Same thing with the volume up and down control rocker and the power/Bixby button. So when you are utilizing this case, it's going to feel like you have to, and as you probably can see from here, but you have to put your finger inside of it to actually feel those. It doesn't protrude like other cases. Pretty precise. I don't see any issues where anything is like overlapping or anything like that. So it fits well. It's snug on here, but there's also a little drawback to how it fits. It doesn't really cover much, and you know, as far as protection, you wouldn't get this case if you're looking for protection. This is more so for style. All right, so now we're going to talk about wireless charging and MagSafe. So you guys did see the MagSafe ring right here inside, and you have a MagSafe charger right here, and we're going to check out wireless charging and MagSafe just so you guys can see. Slap it on right here. Let's see if we can find it. Boom. Sticks very well. As you can see, it charges just fine as well. So you don't have to worry about it not charging. It will charge through the case. All right, so the next and the last thing we're going to talk about is the drop resistance and reliability. And this one thing I like to call edge control. Now, those of you who don't know, edge control is a big deal to me, and that's what I kind of talk about when I review most of these cases on this channel. Edge control is basically how raised the edges are of this case compared to the phone. One thing in particular that I noticed with this is it does not have really any raised edges. I mean, the bottom and the top is very slightly raised, as you can see right here, very slightly raised above the actual phone itself. The sides, there's no raised edges over the side. It's literally like a waterfall effect. And one thing I did notice, I have a tempered glass screen protector on here, and even if I didn't, I put my phone like this, face down, on the arm rest of my couch. Next thing I know, I hear a drop. I'm like, what is that? I look down, it's my phone. I'm like, weird, I must have hit it. I picked it up, put it back on the armrest of my couch. I hear, I'm like, dude, what the heck? I know I didn't hit it that time. Maybe the first time I wasn't paying attention. I know I didn't hit it that time. So I wanted to see what was going on. I put it back on the armrest of my couch again and washed it. And surely, since this has no raised edges, this screen is slippery. Obviously, this screen right here is glass, so it's going to slip if water or whatever goes on it. But you have to now keep in mind that when you put your case down on whatever surface it might be, it could potentially slip and fall. Now, granted, this case should protect your core parts of your phone, and that's what you're mainly concerned with. But depending on what's on the ground, when it does slip and fall and drop off of whatever, you could suffer some damage to your main screen. And, you know, depending on if you have a screen protector on or not, you could suffer significant damage. And that, to me, was pretty annoying. I was thinking about it. Granted, my phone did not get damaged. It's fine. But I'm just thinking about if I weren't in my house and there wasn't a couch on the floor, or not a couch, sorry, a carpet on the floor, who knows what will happen. But anyways, and this case does not pop off if it drops, like the edges don't pop off like some cases. So it is a reliable case, but it just kind of worries me when it comes to the protection and drop resistance. All in all, is this a good case? I would say for the price, 44 bucks, almost 50 bucks. Nah, I wish it was a little bit cheaper. And as far as the fingerprint magnet that it is on the back, that is pretty alarming to me. I don't want to see a whole bunch of my smudged fingerprints on my case, which, you know, if you don't know, I slightly have OCD. I will be wiping this thing until it's bare case. That bothers me. And as far as the protection, it offers minimal to no protection. So those are 3 big deals to me. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Spidey's telling me to wrap it up, so that's what we're going to do. I appreciate you guys for tuning in as always, and I will see you in the next one. Yeah. That's from Spidey. Peace.